Good morning, everybody. It is July 2nd. We are in July already, 2 days from 4th of July. Ooh, sorry about that echo. Let's see if we can fix that. And fixed. Wonderful. Good morning already. All right, 6:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A few things I want to touch on is on, I believe, yes, June 16th, we had pointed out in a video that the Sahara Desert sand is making a very long trip all the way to the Caribbean, and we can see this spot right here, which has now reached Texas. And after that happened, the mainstream media actually began to pick it up. And I want to show you that here because we've been talking about this for days, and it's interesting to see how we can look at these charts together, you know, like as a team, and then we later on find out that the media likes to pick it up. So here we go. This was posted 20 hours ago. Again, we posted this on June 16th. Here we go. If I can get to the article for once. Sahara dust spreads into Texas after traveling more than 5,000 miles from Africa. So we are not totally brain dead here at Into Thin Air. We do semi-know what we're talking about. I noticed a lot of channels beginning to post on that sand as well. There's some pictures down here showing the haze from the Texas coast. So basically, here it is. This is the sand coming right off West Africa, moving all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to Leeward Islands. Then we get to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and then goes right up into that swell in the Gulf that we always talk about that brings up that moisture into Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Panhandle of Florida, and then that baseline of Mexico there. But it has happened. And we called it. So pat yourselves on the back. We did a great job there. Good research. And now let's move on with this heat wave, guys. As you can see here in the Northeast, this is where all the heat warnings and watches are in effect. It is hot right now. I'm getting ready for work. And it has got to be 85 degrees and muggy right now. We're expected to hit down here in South Philly around 102. Anywhere to 102, might feel like 105. Some records might be broken today. Anywhere you see this dark purple here is going to be very, very hot. A little bit muggy. More towards the south, actually, be a little bit muggy. We do have a storm front that's moving through that's going to cool things off, but that's not going to be till after the 4th of July, unfortunately. These are current temperatures now. You can start seeing that heat wave. We're used to seeing those deep oranges right around the center of the country here, but now you can see they're kind of getting pushed this way. We got some darker blues here, lower temperatures. That is the beginning of that front that is going to push across the U.S. May bring some moisture some states, but after this heat wave, you can drop rain on me all day long. I will not mind at all. So it's claiming 70s, high 70s. I'm telling you right now, it is 85 plus right where I am. Down where it says 70 here, so I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing the same thing. This is just a quick satellite loop. You're looking down here at Fabio, which could be a hurricane any minute now. It is still a tropical storm. Now, there was some talk about the sand from the Sahara Desert actually reaching all the way over to Fabio. There is some argument whether or not sand actually aids in hurricanes or it helps destroy them. A friend of mine, Norway Tracking, left a comment about that. There are different situations that could cause different outcomes. You get very heavy grains of sand, yeah, that will absorb moisture, that will cause storms to slow down. But sometimes these molecules are used, very small ones are used to actually keep these storms together. So there is some relevance to it. There's a lot more research I need to do personally on it to really give you guys an answer. And even then, it's probably not going to be a scientific proven thing, but it's just a theory out there that a lot of people that watch this stuff and can put patterns together start to understand. So they are certainly talking about the sand that we talked about 2 weeks ago. So that's a good thing. At least we know we're on the right track here. Here is our current Doppler radar. This will be a quicker video, but you can start seeing these storms overnight. Last night did some pretty heavy damage to areas of Illinois, Missouri. Iowa got slammed about 9 hours ago. You could see this that just left Iowa and Minnesota. They had some very big hail issues, even some tornado warnings in that area. But what I'm worried about is this stuff down here. It's going to start getting pulled up by that Gulf flow. You can see down here just below the Panhandle of Florida to the east of Louisiana, just under Mississippi, Alabama. We got a little thing starting there that could flare up and then get pushed back up with the flow of the jet stream and the shear winds moving west to east here. So we just got to wait and see what happens up in the Northeast. But right now it is hot. And if you're going to be outside, guys, water, 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 you know, all I'm seeing on websites is keep your pets inside. You know, it's just not one of those situations where you want to be outside too long. It is just sweltering out there. Unfortunately, I'll be working out in this, but what are you going to do? Got to pay the bills. Heat wave, and this is another article, by the way. Heat wave breaks part of the Midwest and Northeast with extreme temperatures. So the Midwest basically got their brunt of this. The heat, which may feel as hot as 110 degrees in some parts, isn't expected to let up until after the 4th of July holiday. That is mostly speaking for the Northeast, because the Northeast is the last bit of states before we start reaching the Atlantic Ocean. So for those of you that want to reach through this article, lots of interesting information. They give you an idea of what we've been averaging right now. We've been averaging 90-something degrees over the last couple days. Excuse me. So just get an idea, guys. We got the entire country covered in 90s and 100s, except for obviously the Northwest, which always seems to have that little bit of a cooler deal. You got some 60s here closer to the beach. You got some inland wind that may be causing that. But tweet after tweet, newscaster after newscaster, all they're talking about is the sand that has finally reached reached Texas from the Sahara. So we were all over that, and the heat wave we've been following for a couple days. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know that we are on the right page here at Into Thin Air, and it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? We do a lot of research, we put a lot of work into these videos, and we try to bring you accurate information. And if we can do that, then that is all we ask for. But expect a cold front. It's going to come, guys. This heat will break, and we will be okay, I promise. With that said, I'm going to let you go for now. This afternoon, we will make a video, and we'll talk some more about some other stuff going on in the world. But for now, time to get to work. Hope you guys have a great morning. Stay cool. Lots of fluids. Keep the pets inside if possible. And that's that, guys. Have a great morning, and thanks for listening. Take care. Happy July.